I've been living your life for 3 years, and you never even noticed until now.
What are you talking about? Sarah, what's going on?
Sarah? Oh, honey, I haven't been Sarah for a very long time. I'm Emma now. You're Emma.
That's impossible. I'm Emma. You're my twin sister Sarah, and you're scaring me.
Am I? Because your credit cards seem to think I'm Emma. Your bank account thinks I'm Emma. Your husband definitely thinks I'm Emma.
My husband? What are you saying? David knows the difference between us.
Does he, though? Because last night when he whispered, "I love you, Emma," while we were making love, he seemed pretty convinced.
You're lying. David would never. He can tell us apart. He always could.
Could he? Or did you just assume he could because that's what you wanted to believe?
Stop playing games with me, Sarah. Where's David? Where is my husband?
Your husband is at work, at the job he thinks belongs to his wife, Emma. The same job you used to have before I took it.
You can't just take someone's job. That's insane.
Can't I? Turns out when you look exactly like someone, have all their personal information, and know every detail about their life, it's surprisingly easy.
How did you get my personal information? How did you?
Oh, Emma, sweet naive Emma. Do you remember that week you went to Mom's after your miscarriage?
Don't you dare bring that up. That was the worst time of my life.
Worst time of your life, best opportunity of mine. You left your purse, your laptop, everything. You were so broken, so devastated.
I trusted you. You were supposed to be taking care of my apartment while I grieved.
I did take care of it. I took very good care of everything. Your mail, your bills, your entire identity.
You opened my mail? That's a federal crime.
So is identity theft, but here we are. And guess what? Nobody suspected a thing because why would they?
Because we're different people. We have different personalities, different voices.
Do we, though? I've been studying you my entire life, Emma. Every mannerism, every expression, every little quirk.
People can tell us apart. Our friends, our family.
Can they? Because I've been to 3 family dinners as you, and Aunt Margaret even complimented me on how much happier I seemed lately.
That's impossible. Mom would know. Mom always knows.
Would she? Because when I called her yesterday as Emma, she spent an hour telling me how proud she was of how I was handling everything.
You called my mother? What did you tell her?
I told her the truth. That Emma was doing wonderfully, that Emma's marriage was stronger than ever, that Emma finally got that promotion at work.
Promotion? What promotion? I never got promoted.
No, you didn't. But I did. Your boss, Mr. Harrison, was very impressed with your sudden improvement in performance.
You went to my workplace? You impersonated me at my job?
I didn't impersonate you, Emma. I became you, and I was so much better at being you than you ever were.
This is insane. You can't just steal someone's entire life.
I already did. And the beautiful part is, nobody missed you. Not really, because I was there, being the best version of you anyone had ever seen.
David missed me. He's been looking for me.
Has he? Because when I checked your phone, there were no missed calls from David. No frantic messages, nothing.
My phone? You have my phone?
I have everything, Emma. Your phone, your keys, your credit cards, your social security card, your passport.
How did you get all of that? I had those with me.
Did you? Or did you think you did? It's amazing how easy it is to slip things out of someone's purse when they're crying their eyes out.
During Mom's funeral preparations, you stole from me while I was grieving.
I liberated myself from the shadow I'd been living in my entire life. Do you know what it's like being the twin nobody remembers?
What are you talking about? People remember you.
Do they? At every family gathering, every reunion, every event, it was always how's Emma and where's Emma and Emma this and Emma that.
That's not true.
Isn't it? When was the last time someone asked about Sarah first? When was the last time I got introduced before you?
We're both important. We're both loved.
Are we? Because when I disappeared for 3 months, nobody even noticed. But when you disappeared, I had to keep making excuses.
You disappeared? When did you disappear?
Right after I graduated college. I went to Europe, remember? Except I didn't just go to Europe, I vanished completely.
I remember you going to Europe. You sent postcards.
I sent 2 postcards in 3 months, and nobody questioned it. Nobody called. Nobody wondered where I really was.
Where were you?
I was right here, Emma. Right here in the city, watching your life, studying your life, learning how to be you.
That's stalking. That's completely illegal and insane.
Is it insane? Or is it justice? Do you know what I discovered while I was watching you?
I don't want to know.
I discovered that you had everything I ever wanted, and you didn't even appreciate it. The job, the husband, the respect.
I worked hard for those things. I earned them.
Did you? Or did you just get them because you were born first? Because you got to be Emma first?
That doesn't make any sense. Birth order doesn't determine success.
Doesn't it? You got to be the firstborn by 4 minutes, and somehow that made you the leader, the achiever, the one everyone paid attention to.
You're talking nonsense. 4 minutes doesn't matter.
4 minutes gave you the confidence I never had. 4 minutes made you Emma the leader instead of Sarah the follower.
I never made you feel like a follower.
You didn't have to make me feel like anything, Emma. It just was. You were always first, always better, always more.
That's in your head. We're equals.
Are we? Then why do you have the corner office while I was stuck in customer service? Why do you have the loving husband while I couldn't keep a boyfriend?
Those things aren't connected to being twins. That's just life.
Is it just life? Or is it because you learned to be confident and I learned to be invisible?
You were never invisible to me.
Wasn't I? When was the last time you really looked at me, Emma? Really saw me?
I see you now, and what I see is someone who's completely lost their mind.
Have I lost my mind? Or have I finally found it? Because for the first time in my life, I know exactly who I am.
You're Sarah. You're my sister. You're not me.
But I am you, Emma. I'm you in all the ways that matter, and I'm better at being you than you ever were.
How can you say that? You don't know anything about my life.
Don't I? I know that you fake your confidence in meetings. I know that you cry yourself to sleep when David works late.
How could you possibly know that?
Because I've been watching Emma. For months before I made my move, I watched everything you did.
You were spying on me? In my own home?
I was learning from the master, and what I learned is that you're not as perfect as everyone thinks you are.
I never claimed to be perfect.
Didn't you? Miss Perfect Emma with her perfect job and perfect marriage and perfect life?
My life isn't perfect. No one's life is perfect.
No, but mine is pretty close now. Your life is pretty close to perfect when I'm living it.
You can't just take someone's life and live it better than them.
Can't I? Because David's been happier these past 3 months than I've ever seen him. Even in the photos from your honeymoon.
You looked at our honeymoon photos?
I looked at everything, Emma, and what I saw was a woman who didn't appreciate what she had.
I appreciated everything. I loved my life.
Did you? Because your diary says otherwise. Page after page of complaints about David, about work, about how trapped you felt.
You read my diary? That's private. That's sacred.
Nothing's sacred when you leave it lying around for 3 years. And what fascinating reading it was.
Those were private thoughts. Everyone has doubts.
Do they? Because I don't have doubts about your life. I love your life. I treasure every moment of your life.
It's not your life to love. It's mine.
Is it though? Because legally, socially, and romantically, I'm Emma Thompson now. You're just some crazy woman claiming to be me.
I have identification. I have proof.
Do you? Because I reported all your documents stolen 3 months ago. Such a shame when someone's purse gets snatched.
You reported my documents stolen, but you're the one who stole them.
I reported Emma Thompson's documents stolen, and since I'm Emma Thompson, it was perfectly legitimate.
The police will figure this out. DNA tests, fingerprints.
Will they? Because as far as anyone knows, Emma Thompson is standing right here talking to her delusional sister who's having a breakdown.
I'm not having a breakdown. I'm the victim of identity theft.
Are you? Because from where I'm standing, you look like someone who's lost touch with reality.
This conversation is insane. You can't gaslight me into thinking I'm not me.
Can't I? Because I've been gaslighting David for 3 months, and he doesn't suspect a thing.
David will know. When he sees us together, he'll know which one is really his wife.
Will he? Because I've been telling him how worried I am about my sister Sarah's mental state lately.
What did you tell him about me?
I told him that my poor sister has been acting strange, talking about wanting to be me, making up stories.
Those aren't stories. This is really happening.
Is it? Because it sounds like the delusions of someone who's jealous of her sister's success. I understand the situation. Or not.
David loves me. He'll see through your lies.
Will he? Because last week when he was stressed about work, I gave him that special massage you used to do.
How do you know about that? That was private between us.
Nothing's private when you write about it in your diary. Page 47 if you're curious. Very detailed description.
You're sick. You're absolutely sick.
Am I sick? Or am I thorough? Because David certainly appreciated my attention to detail.
Stop talking about my husband like that.
Your husband? Emma, honey, he's been my husband for 3 months now, and he's never been happier.
That's because he thinks you're me. It's fraud.
Is it fraud when I make him laugh every morning? When I listen to his problems? When I support his dreams better than you ever did?
I supported his dreams. I always supported David.
Did you? Because according to your diary, you thought his promotion goals were unrealistic and his hobby photography was a waste of time.
Those were just frustrated thoughts. Everyone has bad days.
Bad days? Emma, you had pages of complaints about his snoring, his mother, his ambition, his lack of ambition.
Marriage is complicated. We worked through those issues.
Did you? Because the last entry before you left was about how you wondered if you married too young.
I was grieving. I had just lost our baby.
And instead of supporting each other, you ran away to mommy. Very mature, very wife-like behavior.
I needed space to process. David understood.
Did he understand? Because when I comforted him that first night, he seemed pretty lonely and abandoned.
You were there that first night. What did you do?
I did what a good wife should do. I held him while he cried. I listened to his fears. I made him feel less alone.
That was my job. I should have been there.
Should have been, but weren't. And that's when I realized that David deserved better than a wife who runs away when things get tough.
I didn't run away. I needed time to heal.
For 3 months? 3 months of leaving your husband to grieve alone while you wallowed in self-pity?
It wasn't self-pity. We lost our first child.
You lost a pregnancy at 8 weeks. Tragic, yes, but life-destroying? Only if you let it be.
How can you be so callous about something so devastating?
Because I've learned to deal with disappointment, Emma. Unlike some people, I don't fall apart when life gets hard.
You've never been pregnant. You've never lost a child.
Haven't I? Do you remember Jake Morrison from college?
Jake, what does he have to do with anything?
Jake was my boyfriend for 2 years, the love of my life, until he met my successful, confident twin sister.
Jake and I were just friends. Nothing ever happened between us.
Nothing happened because I was watching, but something would have happened, wouldn't it?
That's not true. Jake was your boyfriend. I respected that.
Did you? Because I saw the way you looked at him, the way you flirted with him at every family gathering.
I was being friendly. That's what normal people do.
Normal people don't steal their sister's boyfriend's attention every chance they get.
I never stole anything from you.
Didn't you? Jake started comparing me to you, asking why I wasn't more like my twin sister, why I wasn't as outgoing, as successful, as confident.
That's Jake's problem, not mine.
Is it? Because you knew exactly what you were doing. You knew he was falling for the idea of you.
I can't control what other people think or feel.
Can't you? Because you seem to control it just fine with every other guy I ever dated.
What are you talking about? I barely interacted with your boyfriends.
Barely interacted. Emma, you charmed every single one of them, made them realize they were dating the wrong twin.
That's paranoid thinking. You're imagining things that never happened.
Am I imagining Mike Henderson telling me I was lucky to have such an amazing sister?
Mike was being polite.
Was he being polite when he asked for your number?
He never asked for my number.
He did, at your birthday party. I saw the whole thing, and you gave it to him.
I gave him my number because he wanted to surprise you with something. It was for you.
Was it for me when he called you 3 times that week?
He was planning something special for your anniversary.
He was planning to break up with me for you, but you turned him down, didn't you? Not because you cared about me, but because he wasn't good enough for perfect Emma.
Mike wasn't right for either of us. I was protecting both of us.
Protecting us? Or protecting your image? Can't have people thinking Emma Thompson settles for her sister's leftovers.
You're twisting everything, making innocent interactions sound sinister.
Am I? Because the pattern was always the same. I'd find someone, you'd charm them, they'd realize I was the consolation prize.
That's not how it happened. You're rewriting history.
Am I rewriting it? Or are you finally hearing the truth? The truth about how you casually destroyed every relationship I ever tried to build.
I never meant to hurt your relationships.
You never meant to, but you never minded when it happened either, did you?
I minded. I felt terrible whenever things didn't work out for you.
Did you feel terrible? Because you sure moved on quickly to the next family event, the next opportunity to outshine me.
We're different people. I can't dim my light just so yours shines brighter.
But you never tried to lift me up either, did you? Never once tried to help me shine alongside you.
I tried to help you. I gave you advice, supported your decisions.
You gave me advice on how to be more like you. That's not the same thing.
I wanted to help you succeed.
You wanted to help me succeed at being a pale imitation of you, never at being authentically me.
That's not fair. I always encouraged you to be yourself.
Did you? Because every piece of advice was about changing myself to be more confident, more outgoing, more like perfect Emma.
Confidence is good. Being outgoing helps in life.
Being you helps in life. Being me was apparently a handicap that needed constant correction.
I never said being you was a handicap.
You didn't have to say it, Emma. It was implied in every suggestion, every improvement, every helpful tip.
I was trying to be a good sister.
Were you? Or were you trying to create a better supporting character for the Emma show?
The Emma show? What is that supposed to mean?
It means that everything was always about you. Every family dinner, every holiday, every major event revolved around Emma and her achievements.
That's not true. We celebrated your achievements too.
Did we? Name one time the family celebrated something I accomplished without comparing it to something you had done.
Your college graduation. We had a huge party.
We had a party where Uncle Tom spent the entire evening talking about your academic achievements and asking when I was going to find a career as impressive as yours.
Uncle Tom is an idiot. Nobody else felt that way.
Didn't they? Because Cousin Lisa asked me 3 times that night why I couldn't be more ambitious like my sister.
Family members say stupid things sometimes. That doesn't mean anything.
It means everything, Emma. It means that even at my own graduation party, I was still just Sarah, the twin who wasn't quite as good as Emma.
That's your insecurity talking, not reality.
Is it insecurity when it's proven true over and over again? When every job interview, every social situation, every opportunity comes with the assumption that you're the better twin?
People don't think that way.
Don't they? Because your boss certainly did when he hired you over me for the same position.
Mr. Harrison hired me because I was more qualified.
Were you more qualified? Or did you just interview better because you've never doubted you deserve good things?
I interviewed better because I prepared more.
You prepared the same way I did, Emma. The difference was that you walked in expecting to get the job, and I walked in hoping I might be good enough.
Attitude matters in interviews.
Exactly. And that's what I learned watching you. That attitude, that expectation of success, that confidence that the world owes you good things.
The world doesn't owe me anything. I work hard for everything I get.
Do you work hard? Or do you just work with the confidence that your hard work will be rewarded?
What's the difference?
The difference is that confidence makes everything easier. People believe in you because you believe in yourself.
That's how life works. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else?
Exactly, Emma. And that's what I learned from watching you live my life better than I ever did.
I'm not living your life. I'm living my own life.
Are you? Because I've been living your life, and it turns out I'm much better at it than you were.
How can you say that? You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't I? Because David's been more affectionate, more attentive, more loving these past 3 months than he ever was in your diary entries.
My diary entries were about bad days. They weren't the whole story.
Weren't they? Because there were an awful lot of bad days, Emma. Page after page of dissatisfaction and complaints.
Every marriage has problems. That's normal.
Is it normal to write about feeling trapped? About wondering what life would be like if you'd married someone else?
I never wrote that.
Page 73, Emma. Quote, "Sometimes I look at David and wonder who I would have become if I'd never met him."
That was one bad night, one moment of doubt.
Was it one moment? Because there are dozens of entries questioning your choices, your marriage, your life.
Those were private thoughts. Everyone has doubts.
Everyone has doubts, but not everyone abandons their husband when those doubts become too much to handle.
I didn't abandon him. I took time to grieve.
You took time to run away from the life you weren't sure you wanted anyway.
That's a terrible thing to say. I love David.
Do you love David? Or do you love the idea of being loved by someone like David?
I love my husband. I love our life together.
Then why were you so quick to leave it behind when things got difficult?
Because I was in pain. Because I needed space to heal.
And because it was easier to run away than to deal with the problems you'd been writing about for months.
You don't understand anything about my marriage.
Don't I? Because I understand David better after 3 months than you did after 3 years. Because I understand David better.
You can't possibly understand David better than I do. I've been married to him for 5 years.
Have you been married to him? Or have you been married to the idea of him while taking him for granted?
I never took David for granted.
Didn't you? Because when's the last time you surprised him with his favorite dinner? When's the last time you asked about his photography?
I ask about his photography all the time.
Do you ask, or do you listen politely while thinking about other things? Because there's a difference.
I'm a supportive wife. I've always been supportive.
Have you? Because David told me just last week how amazing it's been to have a wife who actually engages with his interests.
He said that? About you pretending to be me?
He said that about his wife Emma, who suddenly started caring about the things that matter to him.
I always cared. I just had other priorities sometimes.
Other priorities? Like what? Your job that you complained about constantly? Your friends who you said were boring?
I didn't complain constantly, and my friends aren't boring.
Aren't they? Because you wrote extensively about how shallow Jessica is, how self-absorbed Monica is, how dramatic Rachel is.
Those were venting sessions. Everyone needs to vent about their friends sometimes.
Do they need to vent, or do they need better friends? Because I've been having lunch with your friends as you, and they're actually quite lovely when you're not judging them.
You've been having lunch with my friends? What did you tell them?
I told them the truth. That Emma has been going through a difficult time but is feeling much more positive about life lately.
That's not the truth. That's manipulation.
Is it manipulation when it made them happy to see their friend doing better? When it strengthened your friendships?
Those are my friendships. You had no right to interfere.
I didn't interfere, Emma. I improved them. Jessica said just yesterday how much she's enjoyed your company lately.
Jessica would never say that to someone she barely knew.
She wouldn't say it to someone she barely knew. But she said it to Emma, her best friend since college.
You're not Emma. No matter how much you pretend, you're not me.
Aren't I? Because everyone in your life seems to think I'm a better version of you than you ever were.
They think that because they don't know what you've done.
Don't they? Or do they think that because I actually listen when they talk? Because I actually care about their lives?
I care about their lives. I've always cared.
Have you? Because Monica mentioned how surprised she was that you finally remembered her anniversary last month.
I always remember Monica's anniversary.
Do you? Because she specifically said it was the first time in 3 years that you acknowledged it without being reminded.
That's not true. I'm good with dates.
Are you? Because David's birthday last year? You forgot until the morning of, then rushed to buy him a gift card.
How could you possibly know that?
Because he told me, when I asked what kinds of gifts meant the most to him. He mentioned how hurt he was that his own wife forgot his birthday.
He said he was hurt? He told me it was fine.
He told you it was fine because that's what good husbands do. But he told me the truth because I asked and actually listened to the answer.
You're twisting everything, making normal marriage issues sound terrible.
Am I twisting them? Or am I pointing out patterns you've been blind to?
What patterns? I'm a good wife.
Are you? Because good wives don't write about feeling bored during intimate moments with their husbands.
I never wrote that.
Page 89, Emma. Quote, sometimes during sex I find myself making grocery lists in my head.
That was one time, one distracted moment.
Was it one time? Because there are multiple entries about feeling disconnected, about going through the motions.
Every long-term relationship goes through phases. That's normal.
Is it normal? Because David and I haven't had a single disconnected moment in 3 months.
That's because it's new. It's not real intimacy.
Isn't it? Because David said something interesting last week about how much more present I've been lately.
Present? What does that mean?
It means I actually focus on him when we're together. I don't check my phone, I don't think about work, I don't make grocery lists in my head.
I don't always do those things. You're exaggerating.
Am I? Because David specifically mentioned how nice it's been to have my full attention for once.
Once? For once. He said for once.
He did, which suggests that getting your full attention was a rare occurrence in your marriage.
That's not fair. I had a demanding job, stress, responsibilities.
We all have stress and responsibilities, Emma. The difference is how we handle them.
How do you handle them so differently?
I handle them by appreciating what I have instead of focusing on what I don't have.
I appreciate what I have.
Do you? Because your diary suggests you spent more time cataloging problems than counting blessings.
Everyone needs to process negative feelings. That's what diaries are for.
Are they? Because my diary has been full of gratitude for this beautiful life I've inherited.
You have a diary about living my life.
I have a diary about living my life. The life I deserved all along but never got because I was born 4 minutes too late.
4 minutes doesn't determine anything. You're obsessed with something meaningless.
Is it meaningless? Because those 4 minutes meant you got to be the first to everything. First to walk, first to talk, first to succeed.
Babies develop differently. Birth order doesn't determine personality.
Doesn't it? Because you've spent your whole life acting like the world owes you first place, while I learned to accept second best.
The world doesn't owe me anything. I work for what I get.
You work with the confidence that you deserve what you're working for. I always worked hoping I might be worthy of something good.
That's your own insecurity. That's not my fault.
Isn't it? Because every time I started to build confidence, there you were to show me how it was really done.
I was trying to help you.
Were you helping me when you corrected my presentation style in front of our entire family?
I was giving you constructive feedback.
Were you giving constructive feedback when you redid my entire project because your way was better?
I was helping you get a better grade.
You were showing everyone that I wasn't capable of doing things right on my own.
That wasn't my intention.
Wasn't it? Because it happened every time I tried to shine. Every achievement, every moment of pride, you found a way to improve it.
I wanted you to succeed.
You wanted me to succeed your way, not my way. There's a difference.
I don't understand the difference.
The difference is that you never let me figure out my own path. You always had a better way, a smarter approach, a more effective method.
If I knew a better way, why wouldn't I share it?
Because sharing it implied that my way wasn't good enough, that I wasn't smart enough to figure it out myself.
I never said you weren't smart enough.
You didn't have to say it, Emma. It was implied every time you swooped in to fix what I was doing.
I was being helpful. Sisters help each other.
Sisters help each other, but they don't replace each other. And that's what you did, over and over again.
I've never replaced you.
Didn't you? Because by the time you finished helping me, my work looked exactly like something you would do.
Good work is good work. There's nothing wrong with high standards.
There's nothing wrong with high standards, but there's something wrong with never letting someone develop their own standards.
You had your own standards.
Did I? Or did I have your standards imposed on me until I forgot what mine looked like?
You're blaming me for trying to help you be better.
I'm blaming you for never letting me be good enough as I was.
I always thought you were good enough.
Did you? Because you never once said Sarah's way is perfect, don't change a thing.
Nobody's way is perfect. Everyone can improve.
Everyone can improve, but not everyone needs to be improved by their twin sister every single time they try something.
I was trying to save you from making mistakes.
You tried to save me from being myself.
And eventually, I started to believe that being myself wasn't worth saving.
That's a terrible way to interpret my help.
Is it? Because the message I received over and over was that Sarah's way was inferior to Emma's way.
That was never the message I intended to send.
Intentions don't matter, Emma. Impact matters. And the impact was that I lost faith in my own judgment.
I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. I never meant to hurt you.
Sorry doesn't undo 30 years of feeling like the backup twin. Sorry doesn't give me back the confidence you chipped away at year after year.
I didn't chip away at your confidence. You were always confident when we were kids.
Was I confident? Or was I fearless because I didn't know yet that I was the lesser twin?
You're not the lesser twin. We're equals.
Are we equals? Because if we're equals, why does everyone prefer the version of you that I've been living?
I don't prefer anything. They don't know what's happening.
Don't they? Because David specifically said how much happier he's been lately, how much more connected he feels to his wife.
That's because you're putting on an act. It's not sustainable.
Is it an act? Or is it what happens when someone actually appreciates the life they're living instead of constantly finding fault with it?
I don't constantly find fault.
Don't you? Because your diary is basically a catalog of everything wrong with your perfect life.
Diaries are for processing problems. Nobody writes about things going well.
Don't they? Because I've written about how grateful I am for David's laugh, for the way he makes coffee in the morning, for how safe I feel in his arms.
You feel safe in my husband's arms.
I feel safe in the arms of the man who loves me, the man who thinks I'm Emma but is actually getting the best version of Emma he's ever experienced.
You're not the best version of me. You're a fraud.
Am I a fraud? Or am I what you could have been if you'd ever learned to appreciate what you had? Am I a fraud?
I could have appreciated what I had if you hadn't stolen it from me.
Could you? Because you had 3 years of marriage to appreciate it, and instead you filled pages with complaints?
Those were private thoughts. Everyone has private doubts.
Everyone has doubts, but not everyone writes extensively about feeling trapped and wondering about other lives?
I was processing feelings. That's healthy.
Is it healthy when those feelings become your dominant experience of your own life?
You don't understand anything about psychology or healthy processing.
Don't I? Because I understand that David has been happier, more fulfilled, and more loved in the past 3 months than he was in the previous 3 years.
That's because you're manipulating him. It's not real.
Is it manipulation when I genuinely enjoy his company? When I actually find his stories interesting instead of pretending to listen?
I never pretended to listen.
Didn't you? Because he mentioned how surprised he was that I started asking follow-up questions about his work projects.
I asked about his work.
Did you ask? Or did you say, "How was work, honey," while scrolling through your phone?
I was multitasking sometimes, but I cared about his answer.
Did you care? Because caring means putting down the phone and actually engaging with the response.
You're making me sound like a terrible wife based on a few distracted moments.
Am I making you sound terrible? Or am I pointing out why David has been so much happier with the wife who actually pays attention to him?
He'll figure out what you've done. When he gets home, he'll know the difference.
Will he? Because he's been coming home to me for 3 months, and he's never been more in love with his wife.
He's in love with a lie. He's in love with you pretending to be me.
Is he in love with a lie? Or is he in love with the version of you that actually appreciates him?
I appreciate him. I've always appreciated David.
Have you? Because appreciation isn't just a feeling, Emma. It's actions, attention, presence, gratitude.
I showed him gratitude.
Did you? Because when's the last time you thanked him for something without being prompted?
I thanked him all the time.
For what? For taking out the trash? For doing dishes? For basic household responsibilities?
Those things matter. Recognizing effort matters.
It does matter. But when's the last time you thanked him for something deeper? For his patience, his kindness, his love?
People don't usually thank their spouses for loving them.
Don't they? Because I thank David every day for choosing to love me, for building a life with me, for being the man he is.
That's not normal. That's over the top.
Is it over the top? Or is it what David deserved all along but never got from his ungrateful wife?
I wasn't ungrateful. I didn't think I needed to constantly praise him for basic things.
Love isn't a basic thing, Emma. Partnership isn't a basic thing. Choosing to build a life together isn't basic.
Of course those things aren't basic, but you don't need to thank someone every day for being in a relationship.
Don't you? Because David told me how much he appreciates feeling valued instead of taken for granted.
I never took him for granted.
Didn't you? Because taking someone for granted is exactly what happens when you stop expressing gratitude for their presence in your life.
This is insane. You're making normal marriage dynamics sound like abuse.
Am I making them sound like abuse? Or am I showing you what your marriage could have been if you treated it like the gift it was?
My marriage was fine. We were happy.
Were you happy? Because your diary suggests you were settling. Comfortable maybe, but not happy.
Comfort is important in marriage. Not everything has to be passionate excitement.
No, but something should be passionate excitement. Some part of your relationship should make you grateful to be alive.
That's unrealistic. Fairy tale thinking.
Is it unrealistic? Because I feel grateful to be alive every morning when I wake up next to David.
That's because you're living a fantasy. It's not sustainable.
Isn't it sustainable? Because it's been 3 months, and I'm more grateful now than I was on day 1.
3 months is nothing. Try 3 years.
I have tried 3 years, Emma. I've read 3 years of your experience, and I've chosen to do it differently.
You can't just choose to feel differently about everything.
Can't I? Because I've chosen to see David's quirks as endearing instead of annoying. I've chosen to see his dreams as inspiring instead of unrealistic.
Some of his dreams are unrealistic. It's not wrong to be practical.
There's a difference between being practical and being discouraging. There's a difference between realistic concerns and crushing someone's spirit.
I never crushed his spirit.
Didn't you? Because he mentioned how nice it's been to have a wife who believes in his photography dreams instead of questioning them.
I questioned the business side, the financial viability. That's responsible.
Is it responsible? Or is it fear disguised as practicality?
It's being realistic about money and future planning.
Future planning is important, But so is supporting your partner's passions, even when they're risky.
Supporting risky passions is how people end up broke and disappointed.
Is it? Or is discouraging passions how people end up safe but unfulfilled?
David is fulfilled. He has a good job, a stable life.
Does he have a fulfilled life? Because he told me how excited he's been to have someone finally understand his artistic vision.
I understood his artistic vision. I just thought it should stay a hobby.
There's the difference, Emma. I think it should stay a passion, whether it's a hobby or a career.
Passion doesn't pay bills.
No, but passion makes life worth living. And David has enough talent and drive to potentially do both.
Potentially. That's the key word. Potentially isn't guaranteed.
Nothing is guaranteed, Emma, but some things are worth the risk when you love someone.
I love David. I've always loved him.
Have you loved him? Or have you loved the security he provides?
That's a horrible thing to say. Love isn't just about security.
You're right. Love isn't just about security. But your diary suggests that security was your primary concern in the relationship.
Security matters. Practical concerns matter.
They do matter, but they shouldn't be the only things that matter.
They weren't the only things. I loved spending time with him.
Did you love spending time with him? Or did you love having someone to spend time with?
What's the difference?
The difference is that one is about David specifically, and the other is about not being alone.
I specifically loved David. I married him because I loved him.
Did you marry him because you loved him? Or because he was safe, stable, and available when you were ready to settle down?
I married him because I loved him. Stop twisting everything.
I'm not twisting anything, Emma. I'm reading your own words back to you. Page 156, David is exactly what I should want in a husband.
That's a good thing. He is what I should want.
Should want? Not what you do want? What you should want.
It's the same thing.
Is it the same thing? Because there's a difference between loving someone and knowing you should love someone.
I do love him. The diary entries were just moments of doubt.
Were they moments of doubt? Or were they moments of honesty about feelings you usually suppressed?
Everyone has moments where they question their choices.
Everyone has moments of doubt, but not everyone has months of detailed documentation about feeling trapped and unfulfilled.
I was going through a difficult time. The miscarriage, the stress.
The miscarriage was recent, Emma, but these entries go back 2 years, long before you got pregnant.
Marriage is hard work. It's normal to struggle sometimes.
Marriage is hard work, but it shouldn't feel like work you're trying to escape from.
I never tried to escape.
Didn't you? Because running away to your mother's house for 3 months sounds like escaping to me.
I was grieving. I needed support.
You needed support, but you could have gotten support while also supporting your husband through his grief.
David handled his grief differently. He wanted space.
Did he want space? Or did he tell you he wanted space because he could see you needed to leave?
What's the difference?
The difference is that one is his need and the other is him sacrificing his needs for yours.
David would tell me if he needed something different.
Would he? Because he spent 3 months telling me how much he's appreciated having a partner who stays and works through problems instead of running away.
He said that. About me running away?
He said that about appreciating someone who doesn't abandon him when life gets difficult.
I didn't abandon him. I was dealing with trauma.
You were dealing with trauma by leaving him to deal with his trauma alone.
He said he understood. He said he supported my decision.
He said he understood because that's what loving husbands do. But understanding and being happy about it are different things.
You're making it sound like I'm a terrible person for needing time to heal.
You're not a terrible person, Emma, but you are someone who puts your own needs first, even when your partner is also suffering.
That's not true. I consider David's needs.
Do you? Because when you were making the decision to leave, did you ask what he needed? Or did you just announce what you needed?
We talked about it.
Did you talk about it? Or did you tell him you were leaving and ask him to support your decision?
We discussed options.
What options did you discuss? Staying and grieving together? Going to counseling together? Or just how long you'd be gone?
It was understood that I needed to go.
Understood by whom? By you? Or by both of you equally?
David agreed it was the right thing.
David agreed because he loves you and wanted to give you what you said you needed. But that doesn't mean it was what he wanted.
You don't know what David wanted. You weren't there.
You're right. I wasn't there for the conversation, but I was there for the 3 months afterward when he was lonely, confused, and heartbroken.
You were there manipulating him while he was vulnerable.
I was there supporting him while his wife was nowhere to be found.
I was grieving.
So was he, Emma. So was he.
This conversation is over. David will be home soon and we'll settle this once and for all.
Will we settle it? Because I'm curious to see how you plan to convince him that you're his wife when I have 3 months of intimate memories with him that you don't have.
He'll know me. He'll know his real wife.
Will he know you? Or will he be confused about why his wife suddenly seems so angry, so bitter, so different from the woman he's been living with?
I'm angry because my life has been stolen. Anyone would be angry.
Anyone would be angry. But David doesn't know your life has been stolen. He'll just see his wife acting completely out of character.
Then I'll explain everything. I'll tell him what you've done.
Will you explain everything? including how much happier he's been without the real you?